morning, sports fans, and welcome to the WeStreet Ice Center from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are back for another exciting season of Cowboy hockey for the first time here on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. My name is Evan Schreier. Alongside Brendan Selke, we are here live bringing you tonight's game as we will get into the intros here, presented by Michael Johanning. Years ago, on this very ground we stand on, in 1889, the Oklahoma Land Runs kicked off the history of this beautiful state. Those who took off running were known as the Sooners, and those who stayed to man the land were known as the Cowboys. A rivalry that started over a century ago has moved indoors to the ice, as Bedlam on Ice is back for another iteration in 2026. Last time these teams met, it was at the BOK Center in Tulsa, where the Cowboys, led by 8-goal game Caden Nelson, scored a decisive 13-2 victory. First, for the Cowboys, Carafile, Brady, Patala, Gagnon, and newcomer Arpin make up the front line for the Pokes. It's a change line here for the Cowboys in their first game as we are underway for the 2026-27 season as the Pokes look to start fast against their in-state rival. Brendan, what are the keys to the game tonight for OSU to get going in this one?
It's just going to be quick pace. They're going to be the faster team. They know they're going to be the better team. They dominated them last year. It's going to be much of the same this year. They're just going to have to come out quick as they are. They already play a fast-paced offense. They're just going to have to continue to do that.
Right you are, Brendan. Cowboys know they've got the talent, know they've got the confidence after the 3 wins against OU we saw last year, including that fateful 6-5 overtime win in front of the students here on WeStreet almost a year ago to the date. that kicked off the season for the Cowboys. What a series that was for those of you who joined us here in that one.
You can already see Oklahoma State laying the body, trying to play quick. Oklahoma's doing a good job, though.
Quick early chance there. Sooners almost had a way in. It was Ryan Carr in front of the net, the sophomore out of Tappan, New York, who almost gave the Sooners an unexpected 1-0 lead.
Oklahoma State's going to have to clean up their D zone there. It's too much open space in the middle of the ice.
You know, Brendan, I got to say, you don't see a real nice color-on-color matchup anymore in hockey. Here's a chance, and scores! Welcome back to the ice! The captain, Caden Nelson, right where he left off, he picks back up. The man who put 8 past the Sooners the last time these teams met only needs 90 seconds to find the opener here in the Cowboys season. What a goal, Brendan.
46 goals last year for Caden Nelson. The former Michigan State commit played great last year, having a total of 104 points. He dominated. It's nice to see him get on the board quick there on that 2-on-1. It's going to be the hockey you got to get used to seeing here at Oklahoma State. I mean, they're going to play quick all year.
Cowboys back on the offensive front. They look to break in here down low. Sooners fighting for the puck back after going down here early. Here's the newcomer, Shasby. Here's a takeaway. Here come the Sooners the other way.
Great job there by Jared Cahill to shut that play down. He was the one-on-one, and he made a good play. One of the new men for Oklahoma State this year.
Between the pipes for the Cowboys is a new face this year, coming from Grand Canyon University and hailing from the great nation of Ukraine. Dmytro Kabritsky is between the pipes tonight for the Cowboys for his program debut.
He was amazing last year for GCU. It's going to lead to bring that here at Oklahoma State.
Pokes will cycle in their own defensive zone. They look to work it up to the attack. This fierce attack of Oklahoma State, which got all the way to the national championship last year, leveled up in the offseason. 11 new signings, and they might have a chance in here. Here's a 2-on-1, in on goal, and a great play made by the defender, but a chance still out in front, and Amala for the Sooners will clear out. Big hit in the corner. Amala, Blake.
Ivan Gutierrez for Oklahoma made that good play to shut that play down. It led to their chance here down on the other side of the ice.
Nice puck up the boards as the Pokes will clear it on defense, and the Sooners will recycle. Carafile centers to Patala. He scores! Braden Patala, the only third-year player on the roster, has made his season debut. The old head for the Cowboys doubles the lead. 15:44 left in the first period. Great goal there, Brendan.
Patala had 4 goals all of last year. He already gets his first one here in the first game of the season against OU. Finds himself wide open in the middle of the ice. That's a slot chance. And LaCroix not able to make the save for Oklahoma. It's probably one he's going to want to have later.
Play a restart here with the Sooners, who are going to ice it all the way down the ice. No, referee's going to wave that one off, and we play on. These Cowboy newcomers working their way into the game. Back behind the net come the Cowboys. A nice pass between the legs. Almost found Carafile. Oh, that would have been a highlight. Errant pass in front of the net. Newcomer Jack Budd takes it on his stick.
You can already see the pace of Oklahoma State moving around. Here comes Muir down and low. Almost has a chance there.
Nelson a recycle. Shot in by Nelson. Number 71, the captain, Caden Nelson, for the Cowboys, the highest scoring player, averaging over 4 goals and assists per game. He won the ACHA's Player of the Year and the Western Conference Player of the Year en route to a national championship appearance as the lead scorer in the playoffs as well. Caden Nelson is a guy who knows how to put the puck in the net, Brendan, and he has showed it early here in this one.
Yeah, you could just tell he's quick, he's fast, he has a great shot, as we saw earlier. I mean, he's just going to continue his dominance here at Oklahoma State. And here comes a 2-on-1 for Caden Nelson. Once again, makes good press back to front to Nelson.
Across. So unlucky there, Brendan. Even the goal light thought that had found a home. Very rare you will see Nelson miss a chance of that quality. OU's got to be careful. He's going to punish him next time if he gets a chance like that.
Just bouncing over his stick there. Got a little unlucky.
Between the pipes tonight for the Sooners. 6'3", 185 goaltender from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the junior, number 32, Anthony Lacroix, who is also celebrating his 23rd birthday tonight. So happy birthday, Anthony. Here's a shot in. We got a whistle now. Referee signaled a stoppage. I'm not entirely sure for what there, Brendan. The puck was fired in.
Might have just been a quick whistle. Maybe lost sight there behind Demetrio in net. I mean, it was right after the shot. I thought it was a penalty, first of all, but it's going to be a face-off.
Well, it was a good save nonetheless from Kabrutsky. Now moving into the zone. Here's a shot. Ian Alonso, the newcomer, possibly looking for his first right there. Now in is Jackson Neuendijk, the first year out of Dallas. Texans watching us on stream might recognize the name Neuendijk. And yes, there is a relation. Hockey runs in the family. Jackson Neuendijk, great player. And here he is, centering pass. Neuendijk almost with an amazing ditch to open his Cowboy account. Alonso, front of the net, and a good save by Lacroix.
You speak his name, and Neuendijk instantly makes a play. Almost a big chance there for Oklahoma State. Not able to cash in. Huge save there by Lacroix.
Jackson Neuendijk. Jackson Neuendijk, who celebrates his birthday tomorrow, actually. Here's a chance! Oh my goodness, Melbourne, what a chance to make it 3-0. Just comes up wide of the left post. So unlucky there for Melbourne, who was looking for his first with the Cowboys.
A 2-0 start for OSU, but it could honestly be 4-0, 5-0, and we're only 9 minutes here into the first period. It's a couple unlucky bounces for the Cowboys.
Newcoming left winger number 47, Reagan Melbourne. In 68 games, he registered 11 goals and 13 assists with Lake Superior State in NCAA Division I next year. Welcome to the program. For Reagan, a lot of new faces on the ice today for the Pokes. Everyone looking to make their mark.
Oklahoma State's had a lot of slot chances here early. Oklahoma's not doing a good job clogging that up. See if they can utilize that.
Here's a chance in. All alone. Shot. They score. A great chance in for the Sooners. One-on-one with the goalie. And it's Caden Martin, the junior out of Arlington, who makes no mistake. And the Sooners are right back in this game.
It's just kind of a broken play there for OU. Martin just finds himself wide open on the blue line, basically all by himself, 5-on-5. You should never see that happen. Finds himself in alone and makes a good shot to beat Demetrio. I mean, you just can't even blame the goalie on that one. That just is unexcusable on the defensive end there for Oklahoma State.
Well, Brendan, knowing the caliber of Krabutsky as a player, it was going to take a heck of a shot to beat him, and a heck of a shot it was. A absolute laser to the top left corner from Caden Martin. has the Sooners in this game as we are about halfway through our first period of play.
That's why you got to capitalize on your chances if you're Oklahoma State. Things like that can turn quick.
And capitalize. They will try here. Brady, a nice move. Brady in. Rebound chance comes up wide. Ryland Brady, a great chance. Here's a chance in the slot. Brady again, and Lacroix there to save. Ryland Brady, a flurry of chances as he looks to open his Cowboy account for the season.
As Lacroix scrambling all over the net, Brady had a couple great, amazing chances and asked for much better. He's going to find one here soon.
Here's a shot over, ripper of a shot from Arpin. That's saved by Lacroix. Brady, he's looking dangerous right now in the corner. Pokes will pass it around. They've got Arpin over on the slot, but it's Shasby who will look to work it around the newcomer. Sooners will, no. Nelson almost held the zone there, but they will not give it to him. Offsides on the Cowboys.
Yeah, maybe by an inch Caden Nelson was offside, but you got to love the D-men getting involved early for Oklahoma State. Saw Arpin there as well as Shasby getting involved in the O zone. You got to love it if you're Oklahoma State. It's able to keep that pressure in the zone for them. Those D getting involved is able to move the puck around a lot easier.
Well, Brendan, over the last few minutes, we got to talk about Ryland Brady, the second-year player with a new number and a new A on the chest. The assistant captain, Ryland Brady, making his captainship debut here tonight. And a great player, better teammate, and even better guy. Earns the assistant captainship and looks to perform here tonight. Here's a chance in, a great block in front of the net. Puck sent across. Roach battling in the corner. First time we mentioned his name tonight. The second leading scorer last year for the Cowboys and third leading scorer in the American College Hockey Association. Corbin Roach donning the new number 8.
And I'll promise you'll notice him. He's one of the best ones out there for Oklahoma State.
Pokes come in. It's Brady. Brady cycling. His hold-up play has been so good here so far.
OSU doing a good job in their O zone, really taking control of the puck. They just got to work on the D end here. It's had some trouble getting the puck out of their own zone.
Sooners are cycling it back up top. A shot in on Kabrewski. That was dangerous. Rattled around in there for a little bit. Kabrewski will send that one wide as well. Another shot goes wide. Rebound opportunity goes wide again. Some chances coming here for the Sooners, more than we've seen from the last few minutes out of them. But the chances are coming here, Brendan. The defense is going to have to remain stout for the Cowboys.
Yep. OU's had plenty of chances here. They really got to work on their D zone, but they're doing a good job working on this counterattack.
Hockey's a dangerous sport. A lot can happen. Very quick game. Not a ton of scoring. You cannot fall asleep on defense. You will get punished. This Sooner team is too good to be left alone. But here's a chance. 3-0-2. Neuendijk scores! Jackson Neuendijk! Welcome to Oklahoma, kid!
You know the last name. He's got the talent. Of course, the son of Joe Neuendijk is going to find himself a goal here early on for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
And with his family in attendance here tonight in Tulsa, Jackson Neuendijk needed just 13 minutes to open his Cowboy account. What a player he is going to be, the transfer out of Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, kind of a broken play. He tried to set up the 2-on-1 there early, able to find the puck once again. It just makes a great shot, far side, beating Lacroix. You just knew he had to find a goal today.
Cowboys will look to keep the pressure on. They've got a 2-on-2 into the offensive area. Newcomer Riley Bassett tried to leave it there for a teammate, but the Sooners have it back in their own end. Cowboys looking to keep the pressure on after reclaiming their 2-goal lead. They'll hold the puck down and in, a shot in close, rebound opportunity maybe, but it's Best there to send it away, but the Cowboys hold it in the slot, and that's going to be a hand pass.
Yeah, bobbly puck there, but able to keep a good possession, trying to make some good plays out of it. But, I mean, Oklahoma State's doing a great job pressuring OU, keeping them in their own zone, not allowing them to do too much after their goal.
The defenseman Shasby getting punished for that one. Well, fans, if you're joining us in stream for the first time, welcome to our new revamped Cowboy hockey broadcast. That's right, you can join us on YouTube. From this point forward, for all Cowboy home games, we will be coming to you live from a student-ran, directed, and produced broadcast right here on YouTube. Thank you for supporting Cowboy hockey broadcasting.
The way the Cowboys are playing right now, it looks a lot like they've got 2-on-1s every single time. OU's been outnumbered, it look like, but we've been 5-on-5 the whole game. They're doing a good job outpacing them right now.
It's a very good point, Brendan. The last time we've seen these teams meet, it was a very, very hotly contested game. Lots of penalties both way, fights, scrums. It had it all, especially that Bedlam game. Those will remember multiple ejections on each side, multiple fights, penalties galore. It seemed like we were never 5-on-5 in that one, and now we're 3/4 of the way through the first period, and we have yet to have a penalty call.
Yeah, that game was one of the fun ones for Oklahoma State, another game that put this program on the map. OSU doubling up the shots right now. They're just doing a good job. They've kind of been able to slow the game down the last couple of minutes, really maintaining most of the chances, not letting OU do a lot.
After the offsides, it's Nelson who will win the faceoff, and the Cowboys get back going. Into the area. Ziliato, the newcomer. He's one to keep an eye on. Ziliato rips one. Oh, my goodness, that was a laser. I barely saw that off Ziliato's stick, and it goes up and wide.
A little give and go there for Ziliato. I mean, he almost had a quick little pass and then right back into the slot and just raises that one a little too high far side.
Number 74, Jack Ziliato, the transfer from the Trenton Golden Hawks in the OJHL. In 55 games played, registered 40 goals, 50 assists, and 90 points. Now, Brendan, I'm not the greatest hockey mind, but I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, that's just beautiful. His high numbers, he just dominates. It's amazing to see what he's going to be able to do here at OSU.
Ziliato played with Roach back in the OJHL before Roach came to Oklahoma State, and Ziliato would eventually make his way to join his former teammate Roach. Speaking of Roach, here's a chance. Ziliato couldn't put that one home. It was almost Roach to Ziliato. Oh, what a story that would have been.
You say their names and they almost make plays. Ziliato finds himself in front, just kind of tries to turn around and almost pass that one in net because he found himself right on top of the crease with the puck. Not able to find the net, though.
You want to talk about an almost amazing broadcast alley-oop. That would have been funny.
It's great to see. You speak of them and they do things. We did the same thing with Neuendijk. Ziliato had a chance there. See what they can do off the draw here as they stay out here.
Nelson will get us started. Here's a ripper of a shot. It was Ziliato again. He's hungry. Nelson and Ziliato on the same line. Roach joining them on that front line for the Cowboys. Ziliato, Roach, and Nelson accounting for almost 300 points last season out of 3 players. Can you believe that? They might have a chance here.
OU 2-on-1 here. So pass across, bounces off a stake. Kate Nelson's there to clean up the trash.
A big hit at center ice. Roach laid the boom, and here's 2-on-1. And Nelson just wide. Lacroix got to his left post, but Nelson couldn't find the angle. Here's Ziliato across to Nelson, couldn't find it. Shot in, almost deflected by Nelson. Pokes are putting the pressure on after retaking the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Roach lays the lumber in the middle of the ice, and then it leads to a flurry of chances led by Caden Nelson. Had a couple chances at an open net, just not able to get his stick on it.
Cowboys are bringing it out of their own end. All the way around is Alonzo. Centering pass was looking for Neuendijk, nobody home. Here's returner Zion Green, the Cowboys' assist leader from last season, looking to make a statement again this season as Lacroix is able to cover.
A good save there by Lacroix. Had the flash screen right in front of him. Way to just get his body in the right position to make that save. The Cowboys are doing a great job right now. Oklahoma has not had a chance since they had their goal. They've really shut them down, and Oklahoma State could be up more than just a couple goals they're at right now.
And we are back underway as the Sooners win the faceoff and look to break into their offensive area. Great hold-up play there from Arpin. Oh, he's going to be called for a hold. Arpin's going to get a penalty call here, and the Pokes are going to be shorthanded, as it looks like Arpin got a hand up and around the shoulders of the attacking player.
Yeah, Arpin from Brandon Wheat Kings of WHL. Very good junior program. Didn't get to play much there, but a talent for Oklahoma State. Just finds himself in a little bit of trouble after the stumble in the D zone. But this will be a good time to see that penalty kill. It's the first game, Evan. You got to test everything out, from the power play to the penalty kill to 5-on-5.
Well, the Cowboys will have some work to do here. Down a man. Do not want to let the Sooners back into this one. Very much still a game at 3-1. As you know, Brandon, a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in sports.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Cowboys are going to have to be careful here to not concede shorthanded. Sooners power play will get situated. They'll work it out to their defenseman, Carr. Up top, they cycle. Here come the Sooners from the right dot. Here's the takeaway. Pokes have numbers going the other way. It's a 2-on-1 into the offensive zone. Carafile scores! Green to Carafile. We were talking about the assist. No, not Green, that's Bassin. Opens his scoring account. Riley Bassin to Jordan Carafile. Both of them get their Cowboy accounts started shorthanded, and it's 4-1.
I mean, Carafile, we were talking about them trying to hold the lead. They said, let's add on to the lead, shorthanded, and doing it in fashion. Nice little cross-crease pass there. Carafile gets his first goal of this season after having 21 last year.
Carafile with the goal, short-handed. And here come the Cowboys again short-handed. In his Roach, he makes a nice move. Great hold-up play there from Corbin Roach, Brendan. That's smart hockey there from the veteran.
Yeah, there's no need to force it when you're on that penalty kill. Just takes the time to come back around here.
Great hold-up play there at the blue line to stop Roach from breaking in. We know his blistering speed can be such a factor on offense for the Cowboys. That's a great hold there by the Sooners. Nelson. Right. Cowboys have it. Still shorthanded for another 40 seconds.
Right now, you really can't tell that Oklahoma's on the power play. Oklahoma State doing a good job shutting them down.
This Cowboy penalty kill is relentless. Here comes Carr down the right wing. Carr, a shot, they score! An announcer's jinx. Oh, no, Brendan. Carr makes no mistake finding his way into the slot. And just as we were talking about the power play struggling, they're not struggling anymore. It's 4-2.
Well, a rough first game in the booth. You already got an announcer jinx on your record. I mean, kind of just comes into the zone, finds himself in the slot, and makes a good shot right off the post and in. I mean, just like that on the power play, anything can happen.
We'll watch our words next time, ladies and gentlemen, but that's a great goal from Carr. Both Oklahoma goals have been great shots that have found the top left corner. Kabritsky could not do anything about either of those. Sometimes in hockey, you just shoot the puck at the right place, and those are two great examples. Kabritsky with a save right there. And we got 1 minute left in the first. A highly contested first, 6 goals, very entertaining.
You can tell Oklahoma State's had the pace, just left themselves a little bit open on the D end. Done a great job offensively, just a little too many chances if you're probably not liking it very much as an Oklahoma State fan on the defensive end.
Both teams playing their first 20 minutes of regular season hockey here tonight. There's a bit of a finding out for both teams. For the Cowboys, a lot of these guys have never played before. Sorry, never played before together, as a door is going to open.
Yeah, a lot of
the
new
left
additions.
side of the ice, and we get a stoppage.
Yeah, a lot of new additions. Got to get your skates under you. You know, new season. They haven't played a real game against an actual opponent. So you got to get your skates under them, and then you got a lot of new teammates. I mean, it's just trying to figure out connections and chemistry, and you know, you can only do so much in practice. This first game is huge. So overall, if you're an Oklahoma State fan, you got to love this first period.
28 seconds left here in the first. Good save there. Good save there by Lacroix. And he will cover with 21 seconds left here in the first.
I think we've had more stoppages in this last minute of this period here than we had the entire other 19 minutes. Very fast pace and not a lot of stoppages here early on. Watch out for a play here off the draw by the Cowboys. They're setting up for it. Watch this stop off the top of the draw or the pass to Bud if they can win it. Not able to.
As we saw, Brendan, the Cowboys have a lot of players with some amazing shooting ability. If they can get a look here in the last 10 seconds, this could get interesting. Though well held by the Sooners, they might have an opportunity. 5 seconds, working their way into the zone, defended by Roach. Kabritsky is there, and that will end the first period. Highly contested first period as hockey is back here in Oklahoma for the 26-27 season. Our score after one, OSU 4, Oklahoma 2. Thank you for joining us for the first period of action. We're going to take a short break here from Tulsa, and then we will be back with second period in action in just a few minutes, folks. Thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, and we will be back shortly. We are back for second period action. Back here from Tulsa, Oklahoma, WeStreet Ice Center. It's the Cowboys and the Sooners. Now, Brendan, that was a wildly entertaining first period of the season. You got everything you wanted out of there. Special teams goals. No fight yet. It's been a pretty ethical game so far on both sides. But knowing these teams, knowing this rivalry, knowing the history, you just can't bet on it to stay like that, can you?
No, not at all. Not that they've got that first period under their belts and, the skates are warm, the legs are warm. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen here. I'm sure it's going to get a little feisty. I mean, first game of the year and you're playing their rival. You got to get into it. We saw Roach already lay a big hit there in that first period. Neuendijk laid the body a couple times. I mean, I even saw Caden Nelson try to lay the body in the middle of the ice.
The physicality's only going to ramp up here, Brendan. First period of the season, it's a feeling out portion. You're trying to get situated. You're trying to learn your teammates. You're trying to get a feel for the ice underneath your feet again. Let's see what the second 20 minutes has in store for these two teams. Bedlam on ice, one of the greatest rivalries in sports.
This line had a good first period. We'll see if they can match it up here again. Carafile had that goal.
Cowboys will start the period on the offensive end. Sorry, defensive end. My apologies. Sooners will cycle, looking to bring it out of their own zone. Cowboys will dump in, just looking to maintain the pressure in their offensive area. Sooners will look to counter. Here's a dump in. Blake will go chasing, but Arpin's there to cycle. Cowboys will look to break out of their own zone. They'll look to pass up the left wing. Did Carafile get a touch on that? Yes, he did. No icing. Carafile looking for a teammate. No friends home, and the Sooners will escape. Here comes OU. Blake gets held up at the blue line by Gagno. A very back-and-forth possession game to start this second, as the first minute has seen nobody have clear control of the puck. Here's Ziliato still looking for his first as a Cowboy.
Yep, this first line, see if they can get something going. Had quite the first period.
And Best is offside into the offensive area. Friendly little hug there, pat on the back.
Hey, good to see there. Not all bad blood between these two bitter rivals. But, I mean, trying to get their feet under them here a little here early on. That first line had a lot of chances with Nelson and Zelato, and, of course, Roach.
Little sportsmanship there from the top line defenseman, Jack Budd. Budd, a transfer from Toronto Metropolitan.
We had a turnover here in the middle of the ice.
The Toronto native, a former teammate of fellow Cowboy Jackson Neuendijk. Into the offensive area for the Sooners. They'll get in low on Kabrutsky. Chance in. Roach couldn't maintain. Nobody can find possession of the puck in that slot. Nelson might have it here, but it's a good hold in the area by Best. A scrum in front of the bench of OU. Shot in on Kabrutsky is saved. Good cycling here from both teams as both teams look to maintain some element of possession. It's been a very back and forth, tipsy-turny start to the second. We're only about 2.5 minutes in, but no one can seem to find a handle on it.
Yeah, very clogged up here, a lot more than it was early on in that first period. You tell the both sides coaches definitely trying to say to tighten this game defensively.
Sooners will look to bring it out of their own end. Little stir up with the linesman there. Might have the Cowboys in. Here's a cross. Oh, what a close call. It was almost Neuendijk with his second. The pass across the blue paint almost found a home. Now here on the left circle, Moving around is Alonso looking for a friend. He's going to send it back up top. Back to the right circle. Here's Gagno. Back across Alonso. Almost had it. Here's Ziliato. Up top. Alonso was looking for the tip. Couldn't find it. And all the Sooners could do is ice the puck down the end. Arpin will win the race, and that is icing on OU.
Good pressure there by the Cowboys. I mean, it didn't look like they had a power play there for a couple chances, a couple cross-crease chances, one tease. Just not able to find the back of the net. So
the referee's having a little discussion here. Doesn't look like anything is going to come out of this. They're going to bring us back to the center circle, and we will go again. Well, Cowboy fans watching from Stillwater, Oklahoma, or around the world, we appreciate you joining us here for a little Thursday night hockey action. A little interstate rivalry as our football team's going to go look to do the same this weekend as our Cowboy football team visits the University of Tulsa, just a few miles from where we stand right now. Yeah. Should be a good game.
Good old Turnpike Classic. Tulsa had that upset last year. We're going to look to bounce back. Whole new team.
Just 80 or so miles separate Norman from Stillwater here across the Oklahoma Plains. A rivalry that has ran for decades and given us some amazing moments. On the football side, majority dominated by OU for years, though across all sports, OSU does have the edge.
I mean, yeah, you look at the wrestling numbers, very in favor of Oklahoma State. This mirror here will look to break out.
Nice hit there by Bud. Moger, his first moment of the game as he's going to cycle in the defensive area. Returning player Eric Moger, the Norwegian international, had a great performance in the postseason last year, as well as a spotless regular season in the penalty minutes. He was the only Cowboy to not record a penalty last year. Very lighthearted person, if you get the chance to meet him as well. Great guy, Eric Moger.
Yeah,
Cowboys will cycle in their own end.
Yeah, still tight in the neutral zone here. Oklahoma State not had a lot of ozone time compared to what they had in the first period.
Tell you what, Brendan, Jack Budd has really gotten himself in here on the second. He's been holding a lot of the possession here for the Cowboys. And he's a main reason why they've been able to keep so much offensive zone time.
Him and all the defensemen have done a great job just pushing up and really helping the forwards out, keeping that puck in the zone and putting pressure on OU. The best thing you can do in hockey is keep the other team's defense on the ice as long as possible. Shifts in hockey are very quick, get tired very fast.
Right you are, Brendan. A very momentum-based game, hockey. Whoever can stay on the front foot for the longest is usually the team that comes away with it. It's all about momentum, how you can dictate the tempo of the game and make your opponents play your style of play. Here early in the second, about 6 minutes into the second period, it doesn't seem like either team has found the ability to do that. Any chances have been few and far between, and no team has really got a firm grasp on possession as Lacroix saves the shot and we get a stoppage. Ryland Brady there on the dump in, saved by Lacroix.
We're reset here. Looks like Oklahoma State's going to bring out that top line again, and Nelson, is leading the way. Have a couple face-off draw plays we've seen from them, quick shots. So we'll see if they want to do that again. It looks like Roach is going to be in position here to take that quick shot. If Nelson can win this straight back to him, he's going to have quite the chance.
Nelson, head full of steam. He looks to bring it out. That's a great deflection by the defense, or that puck would have gotten to Ziliato on the left wing. That could have been trouble. A clearance from the Sooners will send Arpin all the way down, and the Cowboys will recycle.
Yeah, Cowboys still looking for that second or third pass in the O-zone.
Here's a chance, and they score! What a turnover in the offensive area for the Sooners Take every opportunity you get, and you might just hit something one day. A great goal from Imala of the Sooners has them a goal off the lead.
Yeah, just kind of stumbles upon the puck. Just a little bit of an unlucky pounce there for Arpin. It has a slot shot, and there's not much you can do there as a goalie once again for Demetrio. I mean, this was unfortunate. Every shot, I mean, he saved everything that he's basically been able to save today.
That's a great shot there from the Sooner. Cowboys going back and forth between this 1 and 2 goal lead. They went up 2-0, and the Sooners have brought it down to 1, but the Cowboys keep bringing it back to 2. A very back and forth game. Here's Bud. Bud looking to go across the body of Lacroix. Almost got there, but it was set behind his net. A missed opportunity there for the Pokes.
Nothing, bouncing puck in Lacroix's crease.
Here's a chance, and a dribbling puck just goes over the net. Lacroix is down. What a glove save. On his 23rd birthday, Lacroix has given himself a birthday highlight. Flash of the glove.
Out on the spread eagle, they're able to get his glove up and make a great save to keep OU within 1.
Here's a pass in. Chance! He scores! Welcome to the team in Alonzo. The 2-goal lead is restored.
Cowboys able to stay in the zone there. Make a nice little pass play there by Green. Finds Alonzo open in the middle of the sets, and there's no chance for Lacroix after he makes that highlight reel save. Has no chance on that one, and Oklahoma State's got their 2-goal lead back.
Well, Brendan, these 1 and 2 goal leads, back and forth hockey game. Ian Alonzo, his first as a Cowboy, has got us back up 2 as the newcomer opens his Cowboy account.
All the newcomers trying to get their first goal out of the way, make sure they get that monkey off the back early.
Here's Basson. He was in there looking for a friendly run. Nobody was there to meet him. Cowboys will have to cycle inside the center circle. Working it around. Chaos there in the slot. Cowboys trying to retain the puck. OU a heavy press. This pressing is working out well for the Sooners, but they have struggled when the Cowboys get the puck in deep.
Good job by Shasby there to chop this counter-attack chance for the Sooners. Timed his hit up well. Broke up that play. Sometimes it's hard for a team to fight back. You know, in these early on games, the Oklahoma State's done a good job as they have another chance here. Shasby down low, the defenseman not able to get his stick on it.
Cam Shasby, another newcomer trying to open his account. He had a chance at the back post. Well defended by Lacroix. Sooners will cycle. Both teams change lines as we are just about 9 minutes into the second period of action, almost halfway through our game. Cowboys tried to retain the puck in their offensive area. This is going to be sent all the way down. It's a foot race. No, the icing waved off. The puck held up on Shasby, and Oklahoma's going to be able to retain possession that they will use to cycle and change. Yeah. Gagnon sends it up to a teammate in the slot. Nobody home there, but the puck dribbles in. Carafile centering pass. Couldn't get it off his stick was Bud. Back the other way come the Sooners.
And good job there by Arpin to break up that counterattack chance.
Here's Carson Spear, the defenseman. Over to Carr, the Sooner goal scorer. Carr, a shot, looking for his second. That goes just wide of the right post. Puck held up at the blue line. That was number 8, Brendan Wolf, who let it dribble over the line. And the Sooners will turn it over. We have hit the halfway point of our game. 8 goals, 29 shots, 20 of those attributed to the Cowboys. And an entertaining hockey game.
Not a lot of breaks, exactly what you want to see.
Well defended by both teams here early in this one. Playing good defense early in the season is exactly what these coaches want to see. Here's Ziliato. Ziliato a move. Was looking for the back post. Nothing home. Looks up at the ref looking for a call. No generosity there from the Stripes.
Good setup there by Nelson to find Ziliato, and here's another chance.
Here's Roach. He's going to use his speed. How many times have we seen this? Nelson a shot. That's saved by Lacroix. Roach feels like he was held. Referee doesn't agree with him. Corbin Roach, we've seen him dozens of times use his speed. Now another chance the other way. This is chaos. Off the post and no! Rings the iron. Aaron Arnold couldn't find.
They call it the goalie's best friend for a reason there. That one just bounces out. Lucky enough for Dimitriel, gets away from it as well.
The Ukrainian international is going to be kissing that goalpost. Thankful for a friend there. Up the other way is Alonso. He's finding his way more into this game after finding his opening tally. Back the other way come the Sooners. Great hold-up play there by Nieuwendyk.
It's great back check there by Nieuwendyk. I mean, exactly what you want to see. Both sides of the ice. He had the goal, but great to see him doing the defensive work as well.
Jackson Nieuwendyk is making a statement here in his Cowboy debut. Puck will ring around the boards. Here's a shot in on Lacroix. Nobody home. Gagnon able to hold the zone at the blue line. Gets it in deep to Alonso. Alonso guarded tightly. They're scrumming down in the Cowboys' offensive area. They're still going at it now. Shot in on Kabrutsky. We got our first little scrum of the game. Things got a little chippy between Alonso and number 55, Cole Stuckey, for the Sooners, as though two got tied up on the inboards.
And good job by Kubretsky just kind of to settle that down there, hold on to that puck, let his team get a line change.
Cowboys were looking up the right wing to Basson. He's unable to possess, but wins the foot race to negate the icing. Great hustle there from the newcomer Basson. Cowboys will tie the puck in down low. Back up top to Arpin. He finds a friend. Shot through traffic. Can't find its way through. Arpin. Finding a friend. It's Bud. Bud holding the blue line. Cowboys will cycle in down low. Back behind the net of Lacroix. The defenseman playing keep away from this Sooner defense. But a shot! That's a good save by Lacroix. That puck was ripped in a good stick save.
Just great pressure here by the Cowboys trying to keep it up.
Let's see if they can turn this into something. Bud wants another chance. Rebound opportunity. It's loose. And nobody home to finish off the yawning net. Lacroix was sprawling looking for an answer. Nobody was there.
Will be an icing. And if anybody deserves a goal right now, it's the man we've already talked about, Jack Bud. He had a couple of chances there, but doing a great job even just creating chances. I mean, it's just amazing to see. I mean, these defensemen are doing a great job, everybody in the O-zone. You know, keeping these pucks in, not letting OU catch their breath.
A very, very tightly contested second period, down to its 5-minute mark now.
Refs trying to just grab the right OU guys. That is an icing they cannot change.
Sooners have been finding their way into this game. The turnover by the Cowboy defense that gave them that goal in the slot.
I believe the refs just trying to figure out the right guy to get back on the ice there off that icing.
Cowboys will set up in the face-off dot. It's number 19, Rylan Brady, who's going to take the face-off.
Got another discussion here by the refs.
Some confusion here between the two teams.
Well, now we got
referees looking to get it sorted.
We got 6 guys on the ice there for the
six Sooners on the ice.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
I mean, we can't be having that. They're trying to play up a man.
I'm sure that would give you an advantage, but that is unfortunately illegal in the sport of hockey. Sooners will break in. Here's Martinez. His shot goes high.
You got to watch the trailers if you're Cowboys.
Shot in on Kabrewski. That's a good puck save. Good pad save. Carafile. He's already got one on the night. Friends of Cowboy live streams will remember Jordan Carafile's heroics on that late night in Happy Valley back in January. After the 5-hour game from Beaver Stadium to Pagula Ice Center, took the Cowboys to overtime against the Penn State Nittany Lions, where Jordan Carafile would eventually find the winner at about 2 a.m. local time to win the game for the Pokes. What a night that was. If anyone was tuned into that stream on the Instagram Live, you're a real fan. Here's Nelson. His shot dribbles through Lacroix. So unlucky for the Sooner goaltender, but the second of the game for the Cowboy captain. It's Caden Nelson back to his scoring ways yet again.
Goal scorers know how to score, and sometimes you just get a little lucky. That one squeaks by Lacroix. He's not able to hold on to that one. Nelson's just a pure goal scorer. He finds a way to find the back of the net no matter what.
Lacroix had his 5-hole covered, but just like you said, Brendan, Nelson's shooting ability is just that good. If there's an inch of space, he's going to find it. He's going to convert. And something we haven't said tonight, it's a 3-goal lead for the Cowboys. They've broken that 1-2 deadlock. 6-3 to the Pokes, 3:57 left here in the second period. And they want more. Into the zone is Roach. Roach makes a deke. Roach! Corbin Roach! Mr. Highlight! How do you like that?
Oh my goodness. You will not see much better than that. On opening night, Corbin Roach might have got the highlight he's going to look back on later in the year.
Oh, you're going to see that one on social media later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Corbin Roach. His goal against Creighton last year amounted over 100,000 likes on social media platforms, and he may have just found himself another gem of a clip. Let's hope one of those photographers down on the inboard's got a good shot of that, because that was nasty from the Cowboys, number 8.
Little forehand, backhand, top shelf. And when you find one, you find another, usually for the Cowboys. 2 quick goals in succession.
Back in. Could there be more coming? Cowboys have put the foot on the gas pedal now. They are flying here late in the second period. Still on the offensive end. We talked about how much momentum and offensive pressure were going to dictate this game, and that is exactly what the Pokes are doing here late in the second. Here's a shot. That goes wide. A good save by Lacroix. Jackson Neuendijk there looking for his second, but the pad from Lacroix was too quick. Sooners looking to gain control here up the right wing. Centering pass is well defended there by Arpin.
Yeah,
Arpin to Bud.
Great job
Alonzo
there by Arpin.
up the left wing side. Green was looking for Neuendijk. Let me tell you, Brendan, this Green, Neuendijk, Alonzo line is going to be fun to watch this season. They have made big moments here in this game.
Just another line to cause problems here. Shot there for Basson. Tipped away.
Basson, he's had a few opportunities tonight looking to open his Cowboy account. And he's got an assist on the night, but he's looking to put the puck in the goal. Here's a move into the zone down the left wing side. It was Reagan Milburn with the slap shot that couldn't find it home. Here's a puck in, down low, and that's incredibly well defended there by Ethan Gagno. the returning second-year defender.
Yeah, great job by the Flower Mound native. I can say that myself. Chance in front there. Well, Laquan gets a little handsy down there in the little net trying to protect his crease.
That puck found the post there, Brendan. Even the goal light was confused. Such a close opportunity there. On the left wing side, it was Milburn who almost had his Cowboy opener. A tie-up with less than a minute to go here in the second. Here's Shasby. Shasby was looking for a front on the right wing. This may be a break the other way for the Sooners. In they come, a shot. Well saved.
Another good job there by Gagne, able to shut down two big chances for Oklahoma. He's kind of using his body there in that first one. That second one then just closes off the angles.
Caden Martin, the junior skater out of Arlington. He's one of their top scorers who's already found himself a tally here tonight. So that was a great save.
A trickler there right off the draw. But wow, it escalates quick, am I right? The Cowboys just able to get a quick few goals.
That's hockey for you, Brendan. Games can get away from you in a hurry. We talked about how this thing was staying close at 1-2, but now the Cowboys looking to close out the second period with a 4-goal lead. Sooners looking to make that smaller. Carr couldn't hold it at the blue line. Patala will come to put pressure on, and the Sooners will dump the puck in as the seconds run out here in the second period, closed out by what can only be described as a firestorm of offense from the Cowboys. A great end to the second period for the Pokes, and they have found their footing here in this game. Our score after 2 here from Tulsa, Oklahoma State Cowboys 7, Oklahoma Sooners 3. We will take a short break, and we will be back for the last 20 here tonight from WeStreet. So stick around, like, subscribe, and thank you for joining us. We will be right back. We played 40 minutes here tonight from Tulsa. It's gotten us 10 goals and a lot of action here tonight on the season opener. Live from the WeStreet Ice Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's Bedlam on ice. The first iteration of this historic rivalry for the 2026-27 year, featuring the Cowboys and the Sooners. Two clubs with a lot of history and a lot of success at the ACHA level. Both teams who have found some hardware and are looking to find some pride here tonight against their arch rivals. Brendan, how do you rate this game so far?
You know, it's a good way to look at it. I mean, it's just this first couple periods, got to get your feet under them. That second period especially, tighten up there early on in the period. Oklahoma got that goal to get within one. Oklahoma State bounced back well, though. We'll see how they come out here. They have that 4-goal lead, but, I mean, you can't just sit on it. You know, you never know where it's going to happen, especially in a rivalry game. See if they keep the attack going or kind of just try to wind this one down here in the third.
It's been a well-played game, highlighted by that finish to the second period there from the Cowboys. A flurry of goals has given them a 4-goal cushion to sit on as we enter this last 20 minutes of play here from Tulsa. Cowboys will get us started. It's Carafile, the goal scorer. Moving into the offensive end. Here come the Sooners.
It'll be good to see how Oklahoma State comes out this period if they keep that attack up, see which way they want to go about it.
Early dump and change. That's a chaotic fall there from Brady. Looks like he's all right. Gabritsky expecting the icing, doesn't come, and he'll have to recycle to his defense.
Good job there. A play, that doesn't get talked about a lot. It's another turnover in the
Here come the Sooners the other way. A shot from the right wing. Goes high and wide. Gathered up top of the left circle. Sooners will work it around, but too methodical, and the Cowboys will be able to clear it. Here on this near side in front of us towards the benches. A nice move there from Brady. Brady's in, a shot, he scores! Oh, baby, you cannot place a puck better than that. Ryland Brady with the A on the jersey has found his season opener. We've been talking about how he's been having a great game, and he adds a gorgeous tally there, Brendan.
Yeah, a one-man show, so to speak. He kind of just comes in, handles himself, makes a nice little move to find a spot to shoot the puck, and just picks out the top right corner. Jackson, Michigan native has really made himself a home here in Stillwater.
Ryland Brady, as we talked about, great player and all-around great guy. So much so that he earned himself the assistant captainship in his second season. Has found his footing here tonight as part of that Cowboys leadership group. Great goal from him. Here's Bud. Back to Nelson. Cowboys staying on the front foot here. Good pressure there from the defense of OU, and the Cowboys will be forced to recycle through Nelson. Back over the blue line now. Here come the Sooners the other way. That pass goes awry on the left wing. Was touched, though. So no icing, and the Cowboys will recycle. In his own end is Bud. Bud looks to send it up to Neuendijk. Neuendijk fighting for it on the inboards. A scrum is gathered out by Roach. Corbin Roach wanted all of it there, but it was a nice block there from the OU defender. Here's a shot from the blue line into Lacroix, able to get the glove.
Cahill with that shot on net there. Not a lot doing in front of the net, so easy save there for Lacroix. Neuendijk here playing with Roach and Nelson. Either a change of lines or just testing some guys out. I mean, these three are just heavy hitters. You got Roach, Nelson, and Neuendijk. Vince Shasby's had himself a good game there on D.
A lot of great performers here tonight from the Cowboys on this season opener. In the zone come the Sooners. Here's a shot in on Kabruski. Going to get there, a nice outlet pass. Here comes Roach. He's got Neuendijk with him. Finds Neuendijk, the tic-tac-toe! How beautiful is that for some offense, hockey fans? It's number 43, the defenseman, Cam Shasby. Another newcomer getting his opening tally for the Cowboys.
If you looked up a hockey goal highlight, that might be the one that first pops up. That's just a beautiful play. Neuendijk found himself on the end of the pass, able to find Chasby the trailer, and Chasby gets that goal he so deserves after the amazing night he's had so far.
And how about the unselfishness there from Neuendijk? Gets the puck in a dangerous area and has both the awareness and the unselfishness to get it off his stick to the open skater. A great link-up play there from the two newcomers.
Just able to find the trailer. Puck bounce in front.
Zion Green, a good chance there. That was great offensive awareness there from the defenseman Chasby. To be a good defenseman in hockey, you got to know when to take your offensive moments, and that was a great example there from Chasby. Great player.
And he's had a great day on defense and as well as offense. The Alaska native coming to Oklahoma as we have Bud throwing a couple hands here, who's had himself a good day.
They're getting going here. It's Bud. Jack Budd in his first game as a Cowboy already giving it to the Sooners. You're going to fit in well here, Mr. Budd.
Yeah, Bud giving it there to Charlie Blake of OU.
Puck dumped in on Kabruski, and he will save. We get a stoppage.
We might have a couple more of these scrums and little scuffles as we go on. This game's kind of came a little bit out of reach for OU, so Oklahoma State's going to have to toughen up here late too.
Looking down across the other end, Brandon, there's still some talking going on. Referees are having to tell some players to calm down. But now as the score begins to get more and more divided, this game is picking up in its intensity.
Yeah, the rivalry is really coming to fruition here as Jack Budd is giving a couple of slashes there.
It's Budd and Spear going at it. Here's a chance in on Kabruski. Spear gets gone. Chaos in the slot. We're going to get a trip here. Who's going to be the man whistled for it? It looks like it's going to be a Cowboy. And it will be. Cowboys will go back on the penalty kill as it's going to be number 9 for the Cowboys. Arpin, the defenseman.
His second penalty of the night. I mean, had to take that penalty, a slot chance there for OU. Kind of just got to get your stick in there. Sometimes it's better to take the penalty than risk that slot chance. Oklahoma's power play 1-for-1, but also gave up the shorthanded goal.
The teams went even on the one power play that's been had in this game. We'll see what happens here in this one. Last time the Cowboys were on the penalty kill, we saw the great shorthanded goal from Carafile. We'll see what this flashy defense has. Oh, Kabruski covers his near post. A great save for him.
Yeah, and if you're on the penalty kill, that's the shot you want to give up. I mean, that's a very low percentage shot for OU. Roach with the speed here, maybe for a chance on the penalty kill once again.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Brendan. One of the main reasons this Cowboy penalty kill is so good is because they have players with electric speed breaking out of their own end with a lot of ice in front of them. They can get some breakaway space using that speed. Roach is a primary example of this and got a great catalog of goals from just that last year. We've almost seen a few chances here tonight where he's been alone with the goalie, and Lacroix has had to make a few good saves. Now back the other way. Here they come 3-on-2, and that's a great stick there from the defender, Kagan.
Yeah, broke up a chance there. Another shorthanded one for Oklahoma State. If he didn't get his stick on that, could have been another goal for Oklahoma State.
Good pressure there by Bassett, and the power play of the Sooners will look to break out of their own zone. There's a pass up the right wing side. Finds a home, but it's a nice break up there from Chasby, the goal scorer. And we play out the last 5 seconds as the Cowboys will get their first successful penalty kill of this new campaign.
Pretty textbook penalty kill, exactly what you want.
Here's Carafile. He also has a tally. A nice takeaway there from the Sooners. They'll work this puck down in the right wing side, into the slot, moving in. Here's a chance. Good pad save there. Puck floating through the slot into the center circle. OU will possess, cycle, and change as we are 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in this hockey game. And a 6-goal lead for the Pokes.
Cowboys
found their footing here in this one.
Cowboys doing a good job just not allowing the Sooners to have a lot of space. No time with the puck, no chances.
Well, Brendan, the story of tonight was this was going to be our first look at these newcomers for the Cowboys. A lot of new faces. A great touch there by Ziliato. He's in on side. A centering pass. Oh, Ryland Brady. What a feed from Ziliato. And he slow skates over to the pack. So nonchalant for the newcomer to feed Brady for his second. And it's a 10-3 lead.
I mean, that cross-ice pass finds Ziliato. He's able to find the corner and has Ryland Brady open in the middle of the ice, and it doesn't get much better of a high percentage scoring chance for the Cowboys. Brady finds the back of the net, and we got a 10 spot here.
Ziliato to Brady, bring out the second score sheet. We've run out of room.
It's always a good thing when you put up a touchdown and a field goal in a hockey game.
Ziliato in again. He's got an assist, but he's more of a scoring persona. So we'll see if he's able to find a tally here tonight before the end of this one. He's got half a period to do it. Though not the most high-pressure situation given the goal difference. Well-played game here from the Cowboys. They're newcomers alike. Scrum here in the corner. Two players are going at it. Two sets of players. Bud's going at it. Alonso's going at it. This is Bedlam, ladies and gentlemen. It was going to happen at some point. And now we got another fight. Two fights going on. Refs are bringing them to the ground. This is what you paid money to come see, fans. You wanted Bedlam. You've got Bedlam.
And Merrick Arpin is really letting them hear it from the other side of the ice. It is just unbelievable. He's getting an earful. Ian Alonso ends up on top of a man. It's wrestling season already.
The Cowboy faithful will salute their Warriors. 3 Sooners on their way into the box. 2 Cowboys will join them. Chaos here in this game. Well, Brendan, I'll say it again. You just knew this was coming at some point. There was no way these teams were going to match up. And it was just going to be smiles all the way around. Too much at stake, too deep of a rivalry, too much hate running between these two programs.
Yeah, you know it's going to boil over. And it finally did. Merrick Arpin find himself in the middle of it, and he's still talking to the OU penalty box. We'll see what really comes out of this. It's at least 5 guys right now combined on both sides. Arpin and Alonso led the way for the Cowboys.
If this was going to be tranquil, they'd call it bedtime, but this is bedlam.
At 11:15 at night, you still got all this energy. You got to bring the bedlam. Don't matter the time.
This is going to be a fun one to work out here for the gentlemen and ladies in the control center. So while we've got a break, let's work our way around the horn. Sitting behind the production today is our broadcasting director, Aaron Stinson. Shout out to him behind the computer today. As well as Raymond Anis joining our production team. This new broadcast has been a summer project for us students working for Cowboy Hockey, so we appreciate you taking the time to join us as we begin this new chapter for Cowboy Hockey Broadcasting and how we look to bring you every Cowboys home game here on YouTube. So we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking, subscribing, keeping it civil in the comments section. There's still some chatter going on in the control center. The OU players are talking to the OSU student staff managing the operations. Now, Brendan, back in the day, I used to find myself in there for games, and let me just say, some of these players, after a scrum like that, are not too happy to find themselves in that enclosed glass space.
Yeah, you got to hear a lot of fun things there. A lot of fun things. Maybe some things you can't repeat, but
a lot of things I won't be calling mom about at home, that's for sure.
We got 3 OU guys in the box, and then Arpin's still standing there. Ian Alonso left basically as soon as they put him in the penalty box.
Yeah, Brendan, looks like there's going to be some ejections here. Yep, we've got a pair of ejections on each side here. A few 10-minute misconducts dished out that will end the nights for at least Alonso for sure.
Looks like Arpin, too, will head back.
Arpin as well is going to find his way home. A salute from the Cowboy faithful for their warrior. In his first game, Arpin with a great defensive game and a few sucker shots in on a few Sooners.
Yep,
not to say that the Sooner players didn't get a few in as well. That was a good scrum.
And you got to love Arpin walking off the ice giving high fives to those fans out there on the boards.
We can see down behind the control center, Arpin is taking a photo with a group of children. Cowboy fans are loving this. And how could you not?
We're currently putting the exclamation mark onto the game right now. Refs almost look like they have this one figured out as we start to get some players back on the ice. Still 9 minutes left here in the third period.
.9:41 to play here in this third. And we have had our bedlam moment of the game. It was going to happen at some point. It just took 2.5 periods for us to get there.
Finally ended up boiling over.
Lacroix and Kabuski have been waiting patiently in their creases for play to resume.
Still looks like we have some talking. Looks like we're finally ready to get back ready to go.
After all that, we are still 5-on-5, believe it or not, as a lot of incidentals will make their way onto the score sheet. OSU hockey scorer John Galchek is going to have some fun with that one, Brendan. That's going to be a nice paragraph to write there at the 9:31 mark.
Yeah, a lot of writing he's got to put in there. But a good job by the refs. You know, a smart thing to do, kind of like just let this one play 5-on-5. Don't give anyone the extra one. Don't need to add any more extra tension.
A slow resume to play as these fans are still buzzing from that chaos that transpired minutes earlier. Here's Nelson breaking into the slot. Nelson, a chance, dribbling in. It's pulled off the line by the defender. A great chance there. Nelson wanted the hat trick, and he was so close.
Yeah, almost had that one trickle on by as he ends up right back in the zone. Once again, Lacroix is going to have to clear this one away.
You know Nelson is thirsty for that hat trick. The ACHA goal-scoring leader from last season and league MVP is hungry for more.
Yeah, you could just see the jump when he skates. I mean, he's quicker than most everybody out there, and he's got the lethal shot to add on to it.
Caden Nelson originally played for Division I Michigan State before transferring to the Cowboys. Last season, he registered in 24 games, 46 goals, 58 assists for 104 points, which is pretty solid, if I had to say, there from the Cowboy captain.
Yeah, not a bad year. I mean,
not a bad year, including that legendary 8-goal game at the BOK Center that's still haunting this Sooner team.
And shout out to Nelson, too. He came up here, shook hands with the entire broadcast crew as well before the game, introduced himself.
Great save there by Kabrewski. Cowboys will break in 3-on-2. Here's a puck in on Lacroix and a good stick save. Milburn will look to cycle down low, but it's taken away by Spear. Spear, one of those players that was in that scrum.
Oh, and the ref takes a spill.
He's all right. He's getting a little pat on the back there from Spear, and we play on. Rogers, a good friend of the program, referees a lot of games here at WeStreet.
Oh,
a great gentleman.
I think it's safe to say we've seen a bit of everything in this game. And now that we even got the ref falling over.
That we have, Brendan. It has been a chaotic bedlam matchup. But what else would you expect from this game? Here's Roach. He looks to bring it in down the right wing side. Back behind the goaltender's crease. It'll be brought out of the zone and sent right back in. Cowboys will change to that second line. And the Sooners will look to bring it out, but a turnover. Oh, a big chance there for Brady, who's also on hat trick watch. He couldn't possess the puck right in front of Lacroix. That would have been a huge chance. Not unsimilar to the third goal we saw the Sooners score in that exact same place. OU holds the zone. A bouncing puck will just have to be dumped in so the Sooners can change. Cowboys will use that as an opportunity to set their possession and run one of these largely practiced breakout plays. Thought there was a tip there at the blue line. Referee says no.
I saw that tip as well. I really thought there was going to be an icing there, but.
The sin bin being emptied as the bad boys are at a timeout. Those Sooners in that one Cowboy making their way back onto the benches as both teams remain at full strength but do get their full benches back outside of those ejections. Cowboys will have it in their defensive zone. 6:35 to go here in this third period, and it's a 7-goal lead for the Cowboys, who have been on fire since that latter half of that second period where they rattled off that lead. Sooners did well to keep this one close for the vast majority of the game, but the attacking power was on full display towards the end of that second, and it's going to be the difference here in this one, it looks like, Brendan.
Yeah, it was a 4-3 game at one point. Oklahoma got within one there early in that second period, but Oklahoma State 6 unanswered goals.
The Sooners cannot be taken lightly. A good team playing at the ACHA M1 level with a lot of history of great players and great finishes. This is not a team that can be underestimated. Pass over to Moger. He's unable to get a handle on it, but he will retain the zone. Neuendijk, well held. Here's Jackson Neuendijk, his family in attendance from Dallas tonight. Moger, over to Neuendijk. Neuendijk to Green. Green rips a shot. Good glove save there by Lacroix. And we get a stoppage with 5:30 to play here in the third period.
Yeah, good save there by Lacroix. It's kind of hard to stay in a game, giving up 10 goals, but he's held himself well here tonight. But again, good shift there by Mauger as well.
Between April and July, the Cowboys added 8 players to their new roster from NCAA D1, WHL, OJHL, and BCHL. The team physically changed shape heavily, with the average height going from 5'11 to 6'1 and the average weight from 176 to 185. Not only have the Cowboys added talent, they've added size as they look to win the physical battle as well as the skill battle on both ends of the ice. A big story will be the addition of 2 new goaltenders, Ben West and Dmytro Kabrutsky, with longtime Cowboy goaltender Jason Thomas ending his tenure with the team at the end of last year. After 3 years with the program and a stellar performance in those 3 years, I might add, getting all the way to a national championship, he will remain a friend of the program for years. Here's face-off, won by Cannon Green. First time we mentioned him tonight, brother of Zion Green. One pair of brothers featuring in this game here tonight. The other is the Glass brothers for the Oklahoma Sooners. There's a pass over to Cannon. Works it around to Milburn. Unable to be held in Nola, and Gagno get tied up. And it's sent all the way down, a dribbling puck. No icing. And the Cowboys bring it back up the ice. Breaking into the blue line. Here's Milburn. Milburn gets spun around. No penalty call there.
Oh,
Sooners may have gotten away with one.
Very much so. He had a hold of that jersey, but we're late in this one.
Another questionable no call there as the Sooners were breaking into the zone. It seems the referees have had enough tonight after that last scrum and are looking to get this thing to the end. Here's Brady. Brady on hat trick. Watch finds Roach. Roach, great defense there. Unable to hold the puck. Bassin gets the puck stolen from him on the right wing. Brady's there to cover, and the defense will cycle through Moger. Great hold-up play there from the Cowboys. They are winning the possession battle wholeheartedly here in this third. Puck launched out of the zone, and a lucky fan is going home with that one.
Yeah, and let me tell you, when Brady is on the ice, he is one of the most notable players. I mean, we've talked about him a lot today. Has those 2 goals, but he's doing everything. And it's not only offense. He even had that back check there to slow down the OU counterattack here in that last couple seconds. But you see him. That number 19 is everywhere on the ice right now.
Cowboys will be back in action 1 week from today as they take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, another familiar foe. With many visits to WeStreet as well as vice versa, Cowboys will look to get off to a good season start and continue their momentum back here in their home barn against the Razorbacks next week. We'll be back on air for that one. So if you don't want to miss a moment, youtube.com/OKStateHockey. We will be right back here for you, ladies and gentlemen, for that one. If you're enjoying, drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe. We're bringing you Cowboy home games all season long in our new broadcast format here on YouTube. Here's Roach. Green scores! Oh, yes, Zion Green. The feed from Roach, and it's a beautiful top-shelf delivery. Zion Green, the assist leader for the Cowboys, has found himself in the goal-scoring column.
Oh, that's not really the place you want to turn over the puck. There's not really a good place on the ice to do it, but definitely not in the slot. Roach finds himself with the puck, able to find Zion Green, and he finishes it off.
And this lead has risen up to 8. This one got away quick. As we said earlier, this game was 4-3 at one point, just about halfway through the second period. But as we said, this was going to be a feeling out game, and for this Cowboy team with a lot of new additions who had yet to play a competitive game with each other, seems it only took about 30 or so minutes for them to figure it out, because once the offense started clicking, Brendan, it's really been clicking here for the Cowboys. They've rattled off 7 straight goals since the halfway mark of the second period, and they have not looked back.
Yeah, they're piling on. It should be a penalty coming here to Oklahoma.
Cowboys are going to get their first power play look of the night here as an interference call at the center of the ice is going to be whistled with 2:04 to go here in the game. So they'll get the full power play out of this. Obviously, the Cowboys would love to put one in the back of the net and not even use the full time, but with 2:04 here to go in the third, they will see this one out. Well, a lot of storylines tonight here, Brendan. It's been a game of newcomers. Jack Zalato Reagan Milburn, Jack Budd, Merrick Arpin, and of course Jackson Neuendijk, all making an instant impact here in their debut for the Cowboys. It's been a great game from returning and new players alike. A well-built team is showing their stuff.
Well, late in the game here, the one thing we haven't seen is the power play, so kind of get their feet under them, their first chance of the year.
Sooners will look for a penalty kill to cap off this night, which is going to beg a few questions from this Sooner team. This is also their first game of the season, and it will be back to the drawing board for this Sooner team. This will not be the last time the Cowboys and Sooners see each other, with a highly, highly anticipated matchup coming in January as the Cowboys and Sooners will take things outdoors.
Yeah, very excited. Very excited.
Very excited for that one.
That's a huge, huge thing, especially in Southern hockey. It's good to see in no better place than Oklahoma State.
More information expected on that here in the coming weeks. We're down to our last minute here of this season opener. A great performance all around from the Cowboys. Cowboy faithful cheering, showing their support for this team who has a very, very high ceiling this year. A well-played game for a newly meshed roster who are finding their footing here in ACHA regular season play. Here's Neuendijk, centering pass. A good save there by Lacroix. Over to Chasby.
Still want one more here, you can tell.
Neuendijk was looking towards the back post for Milburn. Can't find him there. This could be a late opportunity here for the Sooners. What a defensive play. There is going to be a penalty whistled here, as it seems like that was Milburn that brought down the attacker in the front of the net. We'll see what the verdict is here. It looks like this is just going to be a trip and not a penalty shot. Was a little worried about that considering how open the skater was in on goal, but no.
Yeah, going to be Shasby there. I mean, I really thought he got all puck there. And then the Oklahoma guy just kind of ended up falling. I didn't see much stick contact at the skate, but still a good all-out effort play. Had to make that play, shut that down. In my book, that's a great defensive play.
Teams will play out these final few seconds, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. And there they go. You wanted more, you're getting more. It's always something with these two teams. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our game here tonight from Tulsa. This was a fun one for this newly constructed Cowboy roster, and they have their way. 8 straight goals since the halfway point of the second period, pummeling this charge here for this Cowboy offense, and they have taken off into full flight for this 26-27 season and have picked up their 4th straight victory against their interstate rival, the Sooners. A great win tonight for the Cowboys and a lot to look forward to this season, as we thank you for joining us here tonight from the WeStreet Ice Center. We invite you to join us next week as the Cowboys take on the Arkansas Razorbacks back here from WeStreet, where we will be live again to bring you all the coverage. My name is Evan Schreier.
Alongside Brendan Selke.
And it's been very fun having you here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed our new broadcast, and we can't wait to see you back here again. Thank you, and good night.